So glad you could join us here today. Today we're going to be talking about what's your philosophy, what's your foundation as to how you conduct your life, conduct your business, and then what you're going to see is we're going to spin this into a whole bunch of different topics over the upcoming weeks on scheduling and on how to handle certain circumstances. But it all kind of starts on where are you in life, or what is, again, the foundation of your life. It's the same circumstance, right? So in life you have all these winds, you have these storms, you have these seasons that come and go throughout your life, and they can wreak havoc on your life if you aren't grounded and grounded well. All of a sudden things start to come unglued quickly. And we've seen this in the U.S. economy. 2008 was a great example of it. You saw this buildup of a foundational problem, being people being lent money that should not have been lent money, and then it seemed to be fine. All of a sudden it just imploded.
As an individual and as a person, instead of comparing yourself to the person next door who may look like they have a strong foundation, probably does not. And so if you're trying to keep up with that type of foundation, is your foundation the same level as theirs? Or have you set a good, grounded, solid foundation for yourself without worrying about what's going on next door?
So what we want to discuss is, and challenge you to do some homework on, is take whatever's important to you and really think about it and put thought into what's the foundation with which I'm building this upon.
It does. It has to start with, with each domain or each area within your life that you're trying to build up. Health, which is what you just discussed. Relationships are huge and very important, because we're looking at relationships, number one, with yourself. How is your relationship with yourself and how you treat yourself? How do you treat those that are close around you? How do you treat your staff, your team members, your teammates? And then also, how do you show up around friends and family at the same time? So relationships are a great setting a foundation too, and making sure that you can build yourself up, have success in your life the way that you're looking to have success. And what type of results are you looking for? Are you looking to have people around you that are just there to, keep you company? Or are you looking for relationships where, where they're solid, they're few, but they're solid in their quality?
And it becomes a massive, massive challenge in terms of the quality of the relationship or the quality of what takes place to be able to have that there. And I think the same is true of your business. Sam, I'm going to go to the whiteboard for a quick second, and I want to draw this out in terms of what's our business philosophy and demonstrate this to you. So if I were to look at my business and how I look at it, I first look at cash flow, because that is the foundation of your business. If you don't have good cash flow, your business goes out of business fast. The second thing I look at is hygiene. If you don't have good hygiene, what business are you really going to have? Unless you're a dental office that only treats emergencies, you're going to have a massive challenge. And then I look at next being acceptance, and how well our patients say yes to treatment. And then lastly is I look at marketing. Because if these things down here aren't healthy, what good's that going to do you? If you don't have the cash flow to sustain the marketing, to pay the payroll, to pay the rent, how long does the marketing plan work? But my experience is if we don't build our businesses or our personal lives on a strong foundation, they quickly implode. What is the challenge there? So whether we're talking about your business life or your personal life, what foundation have you built that on? What is your practice foundation built on? Is it built on just get the patients in and out as fast as I possibly can so I can just see more people but not necessarily make a living? Or is it built on something where I want to make a massive difference in my patients' lives and in my employees' lives and my family's lives, and as a result of having a massive impact, I just happen to make a great living? That's the kind of question that I want you to be asking yourselves right now.
What do you value most in building that foundation? Some people are looking for success. They are passionate about what they do. I have seen a huge difference between the dentists that are passionate about dentistry and the dentists who are just showing up to do something because they're great at working on people's mouths. There's a big difference, and you can see it. And guess what? If I can see it, your patients can see that too.
So what is your priority in life? Is it getting rich? Or is it making a difference in the people's lives around you, and as a side benefit, you make a great living? Why is it you do what you do? I don't care if it's work or if it's personal. Why do you do it? Why do you cart your kids to all these different games? Is this so you can provide your kids some opportunity that you never had as a child and you're trying to make up for something you didn't have? Or is it that you really want to have a relationship with your kids and expose them to all these things so they can then choose and be well-rounded children?
There's that difference between doing stuff just to do stuff, right? Of having errands, taking kids to the sports just to have stuff done. And then there's a difference between that and then also what you just said of building that value, building that foundation, helping build more of those skills, within your children or just within your staff, whatever it is that you're doing, understanding that whenever you put something in place, whenever you're doing something, there should be a focus, an end result that you're looking for, not just to create busy work, just to think something's going to come out of it. So making sure that you have a plan, you have a design in mind of some sort that shows your foundation is so solid that whatever mission that you put yourself, your team on, you know you guys are going to get through that and get the best results possible. That's part of the coaching process that we teach amongst the whole team, is getting you guys some of the tools that you guys can work with and learn and pick up so you can carry that forward whenever we're gone, whenever we're no longer there. The important part about this is be honest with yourself more than anything. As long as you're honest with yourself and you build that stronger foundation, do not look to the person to your left or to the right to see what they're doing, because you don't know what their foundations are. You don't know what their philosophies are. They may not be as strong as yours that you want to put in place. So instead of looking and comparing yourself to the house next door, instead to be within your house, be honest and true to yourself as you figure out what is your passion, what's your philosophy in doing what you do.
Build your house very, very strong so it doesn't blow down in a storm, and let the neighbor worry about their own. I think that's the best advice you can give anybody. And if you mind your own house and you build it solid, now it gives you the ability to help those around you, as opposed to trying to help those when yours is not solid. So, any concluding thoughts?
I think that was good.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So glad you could join us here today. Can't wait to see you next week, 8 a.m. Mountain, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye for now.
Have a good week.
What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.